Hello everyone and welcome back to farm school this autumn, where we've been collecting chestnuts and roasting them on the fire. But the main thing that we've been doing in the farm is all about seeds. So here we go, we've got the drill here, and each of those little pipes has got a number on it, and they go all the way around from 1 to 22 on both sides. And those pipes get filled up with seed from that big red hopper up there at the top. This is the drill in the farmyard, and then this is it out in the field. And you can see each of those pipes stretching all the way out. So the idea is that the tractor pulls along the drill, and those little feet there are like a tiny spade, and they make enough room for the seed to be dropped in at the right depth. So the idea of this sprinter drill is that you don't do any ploughing and you don't do any cultivating. So you do minimum tillage, and it just literally drops in the seed. And this is really good for the soil. The less we muck around with it, the better it is. Here is the barn, and it's absolutely chock-a-block with seed. All of that seed, I can report, has now gone into the ground, but you can see there are a lot of bags there. Each of those bags is a ton, and here you can see the seed trailer covered up. And what happens is that the forklift fills up the hopper. It's got a twin hopper, so it can take 2 bags at once. And this is what is happening here, is that the hopper is going to be filled up by those 2-ton bags. So the JCB telehandler gets the bags right in the right place, and then he empties it out, and you can have a look at this. Of course, the danger is that pirates then come and take your forklift. But here we go. Here is the drill out in the field. And you can see it in action now. That's the hopper filled up with seed. And it is making very, very minimal disturbance from the crop beforehand, which is the green stuff with a cover crop in it. And the seed just goes straight into the ground without having to plough it. And this is really good for earthworms. As you can see in this bit of soil, those holes are made by earthworms. And so if we can preserve all of the earthworms, then basically we get the earthworms to do all of the ploughing for us. And they mulch down the soil, and they make the soil underneath really good. And also they capture carbon in the atmosphere. So it's actually really good for helping tackle climate change, is by doing this no-till drilling. And you can see here that all of the crops are still green, so there's still soil cover. Now, the other thing we've been doing a lot of recently is emptying out our stores when we can get hold of lorries with all of the stuff that we cut at harvest. So if you remember, this was a barn full of beans, and now bit by bit we're emptying it. That looks as though it's about half empty. So this bucket, again on the JCB, takes 2 tons, and the lorry takes 29 tons. So you can work out how many buckets we need to fill up a lorry. And then the lorry takes it off to somewhere else to fill up the food chain, and it goes off our farm, and that's the last that we see of it. The final thing that we've been doing on the farm, you can see it's been a busy old autumn, is hiring in the services of that ram that you've just seen, the Jacob, and we've been clearing out the sheep troughs ready for the sheep to move in. Now this chap is someone that we've brought in. He's called Jonah, and he's strapped up with a harness because his job over the last month has been to basically get all of these ewes pregnant. So ewes start producing eggs as the light starts going. They produce a hormone which releases a couple of eggs each time, and the ram can smell this, and they know exactly when each ewe is at their most fertile, and that is when they will service her, which is why he's going around sniffing them, because he can smell a lot of this chemical. And they then hopefully will get pregnant, and we will end up having lambs in mid-March to April.